Inclusive Voices is a video series which amplifies the voices of young people in our community. In these videos, our goal is to educate community members so we can end hate and become more inclusive, regardless of things that may make you different. We're bringing the community together by celebrating what sets us apart.
My name is Andrea White. My interests are watching TV, walking when it's not so hot out in the fresh air, going to the gym. I find this tidbit interesting to talk about because it lets everyone know that people with disabilities can be all equal to other people.
I'm going to jail. I'm number 91 for the Ottawa Hockey Stars, and I am power forward. And this is my goalie, Derek. I go to the gym here in town. After I do that, then I come home and I play road hockey, and then I play ball hockey, and I also play a little bit of soccer.
My name is Derek Bavor. I'm playing for the Ottawa Hockey Stars, and I'm number 41. My position is a playing goalie. What is it all about me is that for me, when hockey start to be over, I start working, and after that, I play baseball every Saturday. My mom, my dad, my sister are very proud of me that when I play hockey with the Ottawa Hockey Stars.
I am Sean Leduc. I have been a coach of the Special Hockey Stars for a couple of years. I used to be able to coach them on the ice, and that was a dream come true. Everybody goes through a challenge in life, and in my situation, mine's a little bit more physical than some other people have, and the past 2 years has been challenging. But just because somebody has a disability, in my opinion, that's an ability.
I'm Eilish Carey. I have a disability, of course. I do horseback riding, which is so much fun. I do baseball. I do soccer. And I have pets. And I have a boyfriend.
Bob, George, Jake.
And
my name is Shelby. I'm a youth accessibility leader. I'm Canada's first youth accessibility leader with FASD.
And what does it mean to be a youth accessibility leader?
Meeting many different people and going many different places of public speaking. What is FASD?
Yeah, what is FASD?
FASD to me is fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. Everybody's brain's wired differently. No FASD or FAS kid are the same.
Autism is not a phase. It's not an excuse of getting special help. It doesn't just goes away overnight. It sticks to the person that has it, and it hurts them because then they have to deal with the constant feeling of being left out half the time, or being bullied at school or in the community, or just like facing the fact that they can't really be themselves.
It kind of makes me sad that a lot of people are mean to other people with disabilities, and they need to get like a chance to get to know them and what they're like.
How does it make you feel when you hear that maybe community members are treating people with disabilities differently?
Well, I don't really like it because I'm just saying that people should treat anybody else like the same. Just because they have a disability doesn't mean that you need to talk to them in like a baby voice or like do things like that. Just talk to them and they'll talk to you, and if they can't, then they'll find a different way to talk. I just don't think that people should be like staring at people in public because they walk different, or like just staring in like at people is not really polite. It's kind of rude. If a person's like staring at me, I'm like, hi, and I just say hi because it usually like stops them from doing it.
I used to be a co-op student a while back. I used to work called Freshco. There was one person that she wasn't very nice to me. One lady came to me and she got all frustrated at me because she thinks that I should know everything where it is. I said, I'm sorry, I'm a co-op student and I just work in this aisle, the aisle, and then she goes, well, you should know everything about all these aisles. So what kind of co-op student are you?
So she wasn't being very patient or empathetic, which we talked about would make a big difference if the community was just a little bit more understanding.
Yes.
I do agree though, Derek. People are too quick to judge. People are trying to get from, one thing to another, and everything has to be done so fast that some people aren't willing to, take a step back and, understand that not everybody goes at the same pace. Someone's not driving fast enough, or someone's a little bit slower in the line at the grocery store, or whatever it is. People are very quick to judge without getting to know people. And, if we can continue to educate people on different challenges that people face in life, then it's going to also help our lives be a little bit easier when people understand us and the challenges that we face. And for people just to not judge a book by its cover is what I find in my own life a really big thing, because I'll go places and some people think I'm not necessarily capable because I'm in a wheelchair.
Because I always think that when I see people, like other people judging other people, it's disrespectful.
If they're black or white, it doesn't matter. If they're gay or lesbian, it doesn't matter. I don't like when people are misjudging other people. Just don't judge a book by its cover, you know? Like, welcome everybody with like the, doesn't matter if they're different, you gotta try and remember to welcome everybody and not leave anybody out.
Ableism to me is the systematic and societal barriers that exist and that people with disabilities face, the prejudices and misconceptions that can limit their opportunities in life. I feel that we can be a more inclusive community by recognizing barriers and doing our best to make accessible and inclusive spaces for everyone. I think a great example of that is parasports, like the one I compete in, where people with disabilities can play at a high level and be fully included in the sports.
I don't like to use the word disabled. I just like to use the word special needs. I can do it. I can do everything.
Yeah.
It's just in a different way. I think just they shouldn't just assume that we can't do stuff, because that's what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, this person has special needs, they can't do this. It's like, actually we can.
And they could just ask you, right?
Yeah, versus like saying, oh, like this person can't do this. And that is totally right.
We're all people, we all make mistakes. We should have as much opportunity as everybody else out there. Like, it doesn't mean that we have FASD that we can't do something. It may take us a little longer. We may have to put 100% of our brain in when somebody else puts 50%.
That's true.
But it doesn't mean we can't do it.
Advice I would give the person that has a disability is to, if they believe in themselves, they can eventually do the task that they want to achieve.
And just don't tell them they're afraid, a monster, a mistake. They deserve kindness. They're human, just like everyone else does. And you don't have to listen to those people. They're not worth your time. You can tell them that's what you think, then think it. Because I am special the way I am. That's what you should tell them. and it will open up their eyes, realizing what they've done to you and what they said is wrong.
You know, for people, whether it's somebody with an intellectual, developmental, or physical disability, is that dream, dream and see how you can shatter that dream. And when people kind of put those, I guess, prejudgments on you, like, don't let someone's opinion of you, let that be your reality. Dream, if you believe that you can do something, I guarantee you there's a way that it can be made happen.
We're just like everybody else. I think that's the one thing that I would want everybody else to know. Just because we have a disability doesn't mean that we're different. I'm just hoping that they treat like people with a disability like everybody else.
One thing I wish my community knew about disabilities is just how diverse everyone's experiences are. Not all disabilities are visible. Not all disabilities are alike, even if they have the same way to explain them.
Toxic behavior and an end of bullying. This has to end. This has to stop, because I just wish this is no exist at all.
Everybody's different, but different isn't bad. Just because someone's different doesn't mean that, we're wrong or we're not, human.
Be kind, say hello, say nice things, and even if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all, basically. It's like, be kind throughout the community and treat people how you want to be treated, not like treat people unfairly and say, oh, I don't like you, I don't want you to be my friend. Just treat them with the respect.
I just say, don't judge a book by its cover is probably the easiest way to put it. Whether somebody, someone could just be having a bad day. They don't have to have a disability. For us to maybe take some special care and kind of put them under our wing and really like be conscious about how we treat people. I carry this with me every day of my life. My mom told me in high school, never look down on somebody unless you're helping them up.